And action.
All right. Let's do this. Original OC with you. I am back. I'm back in OC studio after a week and a half, maybe a week and a half. Back in OC studio on this 28th of November, 2025. It's a Friday night. Friday Night Live here on the Original OC channel. Smartwatch talk for the smart collector. And we've got breaking news tonight. Breaking news out of Manchester, England, on a story that we first reported here back in November 2023. We'll get to all the breaking news and surprise unboxing. Surprise approved brand unboxing tonight. All coming up in 5 minutes. The breaking news tonight out of Manchester, England. The breaking news out of Manchester, England is that, as we reported on this channel back in November 2023, Adam Moore Lynch, the mastermind behind the Manchester Watch Hub Ponzi scheme, has been convicted and sentenced to 5 years in prison. He defrauded 50 victims out of over £1 million in the Manchester area. We reported on that story over 2 years ago. And the victims have now achieved some form of justice. We'll do the full story. We have the full analysis of the story coming up. And by the way, let's not also forget that it's been probably 3 years since the wizard slipped through our grasp and is still a fugitive from justice. And we will not rest until the victims, all the victims, are made whole. We will get the wizard. We will not rest until justice is done in that case. Let's see who we have in the chat. We're gonna get right to the action. We got breaking news tonight out of Manchester, England, and surprise unboxings. If you have an unboxing of an approved brand, not some bullshit Oris or Planet Ocean or watch that's going to lose 80% of its value as soon as you buy it. If you actually have an approved brand unboxing, you're welcome on the panel. We celebrate all unboxings as long as they are from brands that are great brands. But let's see who we have in the chat. Let's see who we have. We have Logan Hall's Grill Streams, member of the OC channel. By the way, to become a member, there's a link in the chat. If you have a star next to your name, check and make sure that you don't have a free member milestone chat, because I've been gone for like a week and a half. And I've been streaming when it's like 2 a.m. here. So now that I'm back, make sure you check and see if you have a free member milestone chat. First in the chat and first to upvote. Let's upvote the live stream, guys. Let's get to 10 upvotes. Very modest goal. Let's get to 10. But yes, we're going to be doing an unboxing. Yes, we're going to be talking about the mastermind of Manchester Watch Hub. And we will be talking about the wizard. I will share if you guys want me to, I will share the full story of how I was almost scammed by the Wizard. I've told the story before, but a couple of people reached out to me as a result of this Manchester Hub Watch Hub thing, and they said, "OC, would you be willing to tell your story about the Wizard one more time to bring an additional spotlight on the issue so we can go after him?" Sure, I'm happy to. C3D Now is in the chat. What's up, C3D Now? By the way, this weird thing where it shows your handle instead of your name, that YouTube thing is weird. I don't get it. It's been doing that on other channels too, other live stream channels. But C3D Now, who's not a member, but he's still in the chat. Good to see you here. Ryan Hofre, back home in safe territory. I was safe the whole time. I was carrying my passport. Most of you have seen some of the pictures. I have over 200 pictures. 200 pictures from Dubai. Really cool pictures. But a lot of the stuff was documented on the live streams. So I did a live stream from Dubai Watch Week at the actual event. I did a live stream from the Aura Sky Pool, which is the largest 360-degree infinity pool in the highest, I should say. The highest 360-degree infinity pool in the world. And that was awesome with Logan Hall and Air King Ben and a whole bunch of cool guys. And we had a live stream from there. It's members only. Now it's members only. And then, of course, I did the exclusive tour of the AP House of Wonders, the 150th anniversary exhibition at Dubai Watch Week. A 2.5-hour tour. 2.5-hour tour. I was the only social media person allowed to live stream from beginning to end. All 7 rooms, the reception area, everything. And then I did a farewell stream. My farewell stream from Dubai with Air King Ben, and that's members only as well. But yeah, Dubai was awesome. But I was safe the whole time because I was carrying my passport. And the 2 times that I was detained, and the 1 time that I was, I believe, illegally arrested, having my passport available and on my person came in extremely handy because I was able to work directly with the U.S. consulate to straighten everything out. And the authorities were very, very kind. Once they realized that I was a U.S. citizen and that some of the shenanigans were not actually illegal. I believe they were illegal detentions. That's what I say. That's my story. But shout out to the United Arab Emirates Tourism Council. They treated me like gold while I was there, except for the false arrest and 2 detentions. Andy Lewis, member of the OC channel, is here with us. I think you're supposed to say howdy y'all. Andy, for the first time ever, didn't say howdy y'all as his customary first greeting. Interesting. Got a new and improved Andy Lewis here. Let's see, who else do we have? The Wizard needs justice. Multiple reputable people have spotted him. We need to, I think he was spotted in the Toronto area at some watch show last year. But we do need to track down the Wizard. I was talking with Nico about this. He's the one who said that he would fly to Canada and seek justice directly. If he flies from wherever he is, where is he? Belfast? I will hop in my jet and fly to, what's the nearest airport to Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, where the Wizard is in hiding, but he's in hiding and evading justice. And I think it's a travesty. OC, how was your Dubai experience? Asks Jack Napier. I think you were surprised it was better than you imagined. Am I right? Well, I'll tell you this about Dubai. The weather was fantastic. The weather was amazing. 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, 75 at night. It was a little humid. I mean, blazing hot during the day, a little bit humid at night, but when it's 40 degrees back here, who's going to complain? Not me. Not me. The food was good. Everything was cheap. The Ubers were cheap. The food was cheap. The company was good. It's amazing architecture. I'm going to definitely recommend Dubai to anybody who's watching. Definitely do Dubai 2027. And I was talking with the event organizers, with the what's her name, Hidi Siddiqui or whatever her name is, and I think they may do it every year. They may do it every year. Thank you for the question. Yeah, but it was a fun time. We did the camel rides. Logan and Air King Ben, Chalk Flew Up, and I. We did the camel rides. We did the falcons. We played with the owls. We did everything. We had the desert safari. You definitely need to go. You definitely need to go. BW. Hey, BW. What's up, BW in Florida? Greetings, everyone. So you have to decipher who these people are based on these YouTube handles. But this is BW. Jacksonville, Florida, in the house. Did anybody get vertigo at the top of the Wiz Khalifa? I did not go up to the top of the Wiz Khalifa. Frankly, I didn't. I thought I think a couple of people wanted to, but no one ended up going. No one ended up going all the way up to the top. By the time you wait in line and you go up the elevator and you look around, you come back down. It's a waste of like an hour and a half or 2 hours. I was busy, dinners, walks, massages, pool, beach, tennis, the show, hanging out with friends. I was busy. I wouldn't not go to the top of the Khalifa. I would, but it's just like I don't mean that doesn't really excite me. But if someone wants to go next year, if someone wants to fund an expedition where we get a team of 10 people to go up to the top, hey, I'm in. Psych Student Minnesota, welcome back. I want to do Dubai Watch Week in 2 years. Bad news. My local Rolex and Patek authorized dealer closed early this year. Went to another local one, starting a new authorized dealer relationship. Sucks. Yeah, I know. I don't know exactly what that's like, but yeah, that sucks. Really sucks. By the way, coming up, guys, breaking news: the mastermind behind Manchester Watch Hub, who stole £1 million in a consignment scheme. Remember, we were talking. We urged the watch community through the entire 2022, 2023 not to do consignment. Sure enough, these people did consignment, and they lost £1 million to this fucking scumbag. But we're going to get to that full story in 5 minutes. And surprise unboxings coming up. Don't go anywhere. Sorry about the AD relationship, psych student. Got Jonathan Smith in the house. VOC, haven't seen you for a few days. Nah, go back. I have lots of live streams. But when I came back, I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday morning. Yeah, I was resting. I was just relaxing. I was enjoying my time back. So I haven't streamed since my last stream in Dubai. It's my first stream back. It may be my last stream. You never know. No. Well, I mean, if there's breaking news, I'm happy to stream. There's breaking news tonight. Ryan Hofer says the pool sounds legit awesome. The live streaming permission was fire. That's pretty crazy. They detained you. Yeah. Well, it's okay. Again, I have my passport. Good relationship with the U.S. Embassy. Shout out to all my friends at the U.S. Consulate And the UAE Tourism Board, they took care of me. What did John Mayer order at McDonald's? Asks MD Chaz. Well, I did meet John Mayer. Most of you saw the pictures on my Instagram. If you haven't, head on over to Instagram. Let me see. I can pull up the Instagram. Hold on. By the way, John Mayer was really, really friendly. Super nice guy. Let's pull it up. Let's see. Pull it up. Okay. Let's see if I have pictures here. Nope. That's not it. Let's see if this is it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. I have to learn how to work Instagram. Boom. OC and John Mayer. Who else do we have in this little montage here? That's me and Eddie's Fossils. Shout out to Eddie. That's me and Nick Folks, the author of the two books, the two official Rolex books. The new one is the official book on the Datejust. That's Nick Folks. That's me with Nico. this Instagram, this particular layout is kind of weird. It's showing stuff in portrait here. Me and Nico. This is me and Terry Stern. This is us at the Sky Pool with Logan and Wristwatchholic. This is me with Yoni Ben Yehuda, head of Watches and Material Good. This is me with someone whose face you may not recognize. This is the Dubai expat. Dubai expat and I got to hang out. He was at one of my dinners on Saturday night. Yeah, in Dubai. Terry Stern again. There's a bit wrist shot. That's Nico. He was showing me his custom. He had a whole bunch of custom suits done. That's us at the pool. That's Red Shovel at the pool. There's me with Thomas Burnett. More wrist shots. Yep, there you go. So, yeah, I saw John Mayer there, and he handed me. Actually, he didn't hand it to me. He handed it to someone who I was with. The prototype Royal Oak that he was wearing on his wrist. I have the picture. It's a steel Royal Oak with a kind of prototype dial. But I did go to McDonald's on my last day, and I think you can see those pictures on my Instagram too, or they're on my YouTube under posts. I ordered a double cheeseburger, fries, and fried apple pie. I'm going to pull this up so you guys can hold on a second here. Let me just make sure I have the right. Boom. We'll be getting to this in just a few minutes. The Siddiqui family, says Jack Napier, is running the Middle East watch market. That's true. I went to every boutique that I visited was owned and operated by the Siddiqui conglomerate. And even the Richard Mille boutique. Shout out to Amir at the Richard Mille boutique. Super nice guy. Even they are actually owned by and operated by Siddiqui. They're making their own watch brand too, also invested in lots of new watch brands. I don't know which brands in which they've invested, but they definitely, I mean, I went to that giant 3-story Rolex that they operate. It's insane. Pictures on my Instagram and on my YouTube. Check them out. Amazing. OC called me, Logan, you're not supposed to say. I posted Bond pretty quickly. It was a misunderstanding. It was a total misunderstanding. Psych student, Minnesota. Thanks. I cannot complain too much. Over the years, they got me the Pepsi, the Hulk, the Sea Dweller 43, the Oyster Perpetual 41. So they were good to me, but this new AD seems really uninterested in even knowing what I want next. It sucks when you get a new SA or a new AD and you feel like you need to start from scratch. Not good. Not good. As a rock fan, did you play any air guitar in front of John Mayer? No, I did not. I did not. So let's get to the breaking news. This is breaking news that we were covering the story back. I actually looked it up. November 14th, 2023 is when we broke the initial story. It was that week that we broke the story on Manchester Watch Hub. And here we are 2 years later, and justice is finally being done. Hey, but look at this. We got Buckley in the chat. Buckley, Logan brokered a massive oil deal while over there for the 1.5 women watching. He's about to be a very wealthy man. Actually, my YouTube statistics for the last 2 months have been pretty solid. 100% male. 0 women watching. What can I do? What can I do? Did he broker a deal there? I was there. I was present. Am I privy to the deals, to the terms of the deal? No, I'm not. But let's just say it's possible that Logan may be grilling with natural gas going forward in a deal, a partnership deal struck with the UAE. Jem Patek in the chat. What's up, Jem Patek? I can speak French now. Welcome back. Did you meet Luxury Souk? No, you know what? I did not meet Luxury Souk. Next time we go, we have a list of stuff to do next time we go to Dubai. Luxury Souk was in the downtown area, and I didn't want to make the trek all the way to downtown again. But next time we will definitely be heading over to Luxury Souk. Jonathan Smith says, what was John Mayer wearing? You really want to know? All right, hold on a second. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta find it. I'll pull it up. Let's see here. Gotta scroll back. When did I take that? That picture was taken. I will show you. What was he wearing? November. Let's see here. Got it. November 19th. Boom. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Boom. I'll drop this in a tab here. Boom. He was wearing this. Boom. And he was a really, really super friendly and cordial guy. As a matter of fact, I said, do you mind if we take a group picture with you? And he's like, yeah, no problem, man. That's why I'm here. And then his assistant is like, hey, John, don't you want to put on your jacket for the picture? He's like, do I really need to? And she's like, it's just, you look better in the jacket. So he put on the jacket. And then he took off it, and then it's like, oh, cool watch. And he takes it off and he hands it to us. I said, do you mind if we take a picture? He goes, yes. He goes, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm not in my house and I'm out in public, I'm fair game. So like I'm happy to meet people. I'm happy to talk to people. And any watch that I wear where I'm out in public, it's going to be photographed. So this is he called this a work in progress. It's a stainless steel Royal Oak with it looks like it's like a steel kind of dial with striations on it, with obviously a tourbillon. And he said it was a prototype, a work in progress. I have a picture of the back too. Actually, I don't want to show the picture of the back. On the picture on the back, it says he was kind of a little bit concerned that we saw the back, because the back said specially made for John Mayer, engraved on the back. So. But we had a cool conversation, the contents of which I will not reveal, partly because I can't remember what we talked about. But that is the John Mayer watch. By the way, you won't find pictures of this watch almost anywhere. This is the best picture of the watch, and this is from my iPhone. As you can see, that's my leg right there in the picture. That's my jeans and my black Skechers right there. So I'm the one taking the picture. The brown shoes are that right there that's John Mayer, I'm pretty sure. Now, back to the breaking news, which we will now cover. Let me see if I can pull this up here. I will now read to you from the article. So, a Rolex watch seller jailed for defrauding customers. And this is from 2 days ago. 2 days ago. This is the guy from Manchester Watch Hub. Remember, 2 years ago this month, we broke the story about the Ponzi scheme, the consignment Ponzi scheme of Manchester Watch Hub. The guy had gone missing, and we were the first people to break the news in the watch world that this guy was on the loose, that he had fled, and he had reportedly fled. There were stories that he had fled to Dubai, if I recall. Well, he was apprehended. So let's get into it. A luxury watch dealer who defrauded 50 customers out of more than £1 million is heading to jail. Adam Moore Lynch, remember that name, Adam Moore Lynch, who ran Manchester Watch Hub on King Street in Manchester City Centre, promised to sell clients high-value watches on consignment while taking a commission for himself. However, the 28-year-old, he was only 28, sold the pieces, including Rolexes, some worth up to £120,000, by the way, and he kept the money. Adam Moore Lynch of St. Andrew's Crescent, Dumbarton, those are all big fancy words for where he grew up. So Andrew Moore Lynch of St. Andrew's Crescent, Dumbarton, pled guilty to fraud, converting criminal property, and carrying out a business with intent to defraud creditors. And 2 days ago, the mastermind of the Manchester Watch Hub consignment Ponzi scheme was sentenced to was sentenced to 61 months. 61 months at Manchester Crown Court. That's 5 years, 1 month in prison. Greater Manchester Police said its investigation started when Moore Lynch was arrested in January 2024. The victims had suffered significant financial and emotional loss. By the way, the watches have not yet been recovered, and it is highly likely that they were subsequently sold to unsuspecting buyers, which further complicates efforts to recover the property of the victims. So, breaking news at this hour. The Adam Moore Lynch, the mastermind behind the Manchester Watch Hub consignment scandal, arrested, convicted, and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Let this be a lesson. First TPG, then Adam Moore Lynch. Next is the Wizard. We are going to come after the Wizard, and we will hunt him down, and we will bring him to justice. The Wizard who stole over $400,000 from the watch community. Let this be a signal to you, sir. We are coming for you next. We will not rest until justice is done in that case. If you have any questions about Adam Moore Lynch, the Manchester Watch Hub, the Wizard, jump on the panel or type in your comment in the chat. Unboxing coming up in 5 minutes. Unboxing coming up in 5 minutes. John Mayer has been sober for a while. Not surprised. He was awesome. Yeah, he was actually pretty cool. Very nice guy. And showed us his watch, hung out with us, took a picture. Pretty cool. You can check it out on my Instagram. Upvoting the Dubai Scout. That's me. I'll show you some pictures. You want to see some pictures? I'll show you some pictures from Dubai. Let me see if I can find them. I think I posted some on my YouTube channel. See if I can find it. Let's see if I can find some cool pictures here. I've got food. I got the food pics. What else do I have? You guys don't want to see the food pics. Nah, that's boring. Let's see. Go back to Instagram. See what I have here. Got the food pics, but I've also got this. Yes, that's nothing really exciting. But thank you. Does John Mayer wear a Rolex? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He did make that famous, though, in that interview with Hodinkee, I think it was, right? Hodinkee Talking Watches, where he mentioned that the two watches that were underrated were the 2 anniversary Daytonas. That's right. Mugshots or food pics. Right now we got a mugshot. But we have an unboxing coming up. Do I know what it is? It's better. It's better that it's a surprise. Aren't surprise unboxings more fun? You know, I think surprise unboxings are fun as long as they are from an approved brand. Now, I mean, make no mistake, you could do an unboxing of a Breitling Super Ocean or whatever, but it's not the same. Not the same as unboxing something from an approved brand. I'll do the food picks though. Let me see here. I'll pull up the food picks. Pull up the food picks. How do I show this? All right. Show us the food picks. Let's do that. Let's find a way to there we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. There's a shot. There's a shot. There's a drink shot. What else do we got here? What else do we got? Boom. That's a shot of my steak and asparagus, little tiny potato wedge, and 2 baby carrots. That's the hookah with the shisha inside and some appetizers at the table. Those are the killer apps. You got grape leaves in the middle. You've got hummus. You've got baba ganoush. You got all kinds of cool, good stuff here. Eggplant. This was one of the dinners we had. It was that was a souffle, and that was like a chocolate bar. Woo! Shout out to Chalk Flew Up. He picked that place. Awesome. That was my McDonald's meal. Yeah, I got the fried apple pie and the double cheeseburger with the French fries. That was my last day there. Ooh, another shot of the apps. This was when we were out in the desert. See the sand? That's actual sand. Sand from the desert. And I think that was like an eggplant filled with something and a cucumber. This was basically all we ate the entire time we were there. Here, this was breakfast. Shout out to Helen's Bakery, the official breakfast provider for the OC crew while we were there. And this was, I had a custom Eggs Benedict with avocado and what's it called? That tomato, grilled tomato. What's it called? Sun-dried tomato. Delicious. All kinds of pastries and juices and everything. Dubai is amazing. This was lobster tacos, French fries. Yeah. We ate and we ate and we ate. We had an amazing time. This chocolate bar was just, whoo, man, absolutely insane. There we go. So you got your mug shots and your food picks all on one show. Onyx Day Date says, I'm unboxing on JJ's Sunday night when I get back from Kansas. Can you guess what it is? I don't know, but if it's, listen, JJ wants to do, I support JJ's show. If he wants to do unboxings of unapproved brands, I'm all for it. If you want to do approved brands, come here to this channel. But JJ has a great team over there. Great show. But we will not be unboxing Oris or Super Oceans or Aqua Divers or whatever the hell it's called. None of that stuff here. And there, by the way, there won't be any Anne Frank jokes or anti-Semitic jokes on this channel either, by the way. Thank you for the food pics. No problem. These were, by the way, were alcohol-free drinks. Alcohol-free drinks right here, because at this point we were at the desert safari and they didn't have alcohol there. So, all right, back to the main story. If you're just joining us, let me see here. Back to the main story. If you just jumped on, breaking news at this hour, the mastermind behind the Manchester Watch Hub consignment scandal is going to prison for 5 years. We reported the entire story 2 years ago this month that this guy, Adam Moore Lynch, had been suspected of making off with over £1 million worth of watches from over 50 customers. He scammed 50 people. Scammed 50 people. Absolute shame. By the way, the Wizard probably scammed over 10 people. Over 10 people. And by the way, still owes hundreds of thousands of dollars and is still a fugitive from justice to this day. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Jonathan Smith says, did you cross paths with Charlotte and Charlotte and it's Charlotte and Charlie, right? After the first walk and talk? No, I did not. And someone after the live stream said, OC, how come you didn't pause the live stream and get their information? Come on. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. It was Charlotte and Charlie, I think were their names. Go back and watch that first live stream from the first night. The one before Dubai Watch Week. Let me see what it's called here. I forgot about that. I forgot about that stream. What was that called? Maybe that's members only. No, maybe. Hold on a second. What was the name of that stream? I think it was First Full Day in Dubai from 10 days ago. It's called Dubai Update, First Full Day in Dubai. Dubai Watch Week starts tomorrow or something like that. Yes, that was my walking live stream. Check it out. But no, I didn't get their information. Onyx Day Date. Who would tell an Anne Frank joke? Exactly. I like dark humor out of my comfort zone. And frankly, I find them offensive. Yeah. I mean, that's really beyond the pale. Think about it. But certain people have no problem airing their views out in public by mistake, apparently. But the Wizard will come to justice one way or the other, just like this guy, Adam Moore Lynch, and TPG before him. By the way, unboxing coming up in 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. There will be an unboxing. It will be an approved brand unboxing coming up in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. What else is going on? Let me see. I think there's some other things I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, that's right. There is. It's boring watch talk, but it's kind of important. No one else is reporting it. So that means I have to report it. Check this out. For the month of October, no one else is really reporting this shit. I got to give you guys the truth. For the month of October, check this out. Now, you recall that in the month of September, shipments were down. Swiss watch exports to the United States were down between 40 and 50%. In October, the same was true. The same was true. As you can see here, Swiss watch shipments to the United States down 47%. 47% year over year. They're not shipping anything, guys. They're not shipping anything over. Now, some people are saying to themselves, okay, OC, well, so they didn't ship, they were shipping like half what they usually ship in September and October, but now they're shipping everything, right? They're back to full schedule. No, they're not. The tariff deal that was announced last week isn't finalized. That was just fluff. That was just fluff for the press. That deal isn't finalized. So we don't even know when the adjusted tariffs are going to go into effect. Some people say December 6th. It could be anywhere between December 6th and December 15th, or not at all. Let me tell you something. The US retailers are panicking. But you know what? They may be panicking for the wrong reason. Yeah, I think they're thinking that they're panicking because they're not getting a lot of product. I think what's worse for them is if tariffs end up getting lowered, and then the Swiss watch industry starts to flood the US retailers with product, and then they realize, you know what, we can't sell the product at these prices. That they should be more worried about that than not getting a lot of product. So, but yeah. By the way, I want to show you something. Show you something fascinating. Check this out. This is from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I did the live stream. See what it says right there? Cartel rocked by TPG and Manchester Watch Hub scandals. Community calls for end to risky consignment. This was November 2023. I did this live stream. You see my little icon right there in the corner. And I'm still on the case. I'm still on the case, tracking down the criminals and bringing them to justice. Isn't that funny? That's the same image from my thumbnail on today's show from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we were covering this topic. Crazy. And the wizard is still on the loose. Absolutely disgusting. Someone is going to I'm not saying that they should take the law into their own hands, but I think that the law definitely needs to step up and bring this guy to justice. But let's read a different article. This one we can do something from the Manchester Evening News. How about that? Boom. Manchester Evening News. Manchester Evening News. Let's read. It's going to be pretty much the same stuff, right? A businessman who sold high-value watches defrauded customers out of more than £1 million after launching a Ponzi scheme when his firm failed. Adam Moore Lynch, 28, has been jailed after 45 victims were left thousands of pounds out of pocket by Manchester Watch Hub, the company that he ran. Adam Moore Lynch would sell expensive watches for clients, including Rolexes, in exchange for a seller's fee, a process known as consignment. But when the legitimate and successful business he had helped to build up began experiencing problems, he began robbing Peter to pay Paul. Manchester Crown Court heard clients would be placated, ignored, or misled, and ultimately left out of pocket. They told of the devastating toll that Moore Lynch's crimes have had. He's now been sentenced to jail for 5 years. Prosecutors told how Manchester Watch Hub was incorporated in October 2020. It specialized in the sale of high-value prestige watches on the second-hand market. The firm originally had premises in Salford Quays before moving to King Street in Manchester city center. Moore Lynch founded the business with his stepfather before he took over as director and the driving force behind the firm. For the first few years, it operated as a legitimate and successful family business. But in August 2023, the firm began to experience problems, including a fall in the value in the secondhand market, and the company endured a sudden collapse. It must have been clearly apparent to you that the business was not going to survive, said Judge Peter Horgan. That's what he told Moore Lynch. He said that the industry was based on trust and reputation, but that Moore Lynch treated clients with deceit and dishonesty. The firm would sell watches themselves or on consignment, where a customer entrusts the company to sell the watch on their behalf. But the court heard that victims who had handed over their watches never saw them again and did not receive any cash. Watches that had been left there for repair were also sold. Quote, you were in essence, as the prosecution put it, running a Ponzi scheme, unquote, the judge said. Between August 2023 and November 2023, when the firm closed, 45 victims had been defrauded out of a combined total of £1,160,000. Customers had been persuaded to use the company through their professional setup and their celebrity customers. But they were placated, ignored, or misled when they tried to chase up the company. Moore Lynch provided falsified bank statements and postage forms claiming that the money was on its way or the watches were being delivered. Victims were left devastated at being left thousands of pounds out of pocket. Some lost as much as £166,000. They told how the funds had been used to pay a deposit for a house or weddings. They lost everything. One victim said Moore Lynch had been robbing Peter to pay Paul, while another victim said he had never met someone so deceitful, crooked, or shameless. The judge said, "You have lost your good name and reputation." After what started as a genuine business got into financial trouble, and then you chose to behave in a wholly dishonest way in the hope that things might come right in the end. He's been ostracized by friends who he's known for years who want nothing to do with him. Well, deservedly so, I should say. He pled guilty. Adam Moore Lynch pled guilty to 1 count of carrying on a business with intent to defraud creditors, 1 count of converting criminal property, and 4 counts of fraud. He was sentenced to 5 years, 1 month, and was banned from being a company director for 7 years. Moore Lynch now faces an investigation under the Proceeds of Crime Act. The stolen watches have not been recovered. and it is highly likely they were subsequently sold on to unsuspecting buyers, which further complicates the efforts to return and recover the property to the victims. And here we go. The cartel fails to regulate itself. That pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? The cartel cannot be trusted. Cannot be trusted to police themselves. Dear Artifact, member of the OC channel in the chat, if they aren't authorized by Rolex, they cannot be trusted. Good point. Yeah. By the way, breaking news at this hour, in case you just joined us, the mastermind behind the Manchester Watch Hub Ponzi scheme consignment scandal is behind bars. Behind bars. And we have an unboxing coming up in 5 minutes. Unboxing in 5 minutes. Not much of a mastermind, I guess. There's Mathis. What's up, Mathis? Well, I mean, he stole £1,160,000 from his victims, over 45 victims. I mean, did he eventually get caught? Sure. But how are those victims ever going to get repaid? You know, those victims are innocent victims. You know, we have victims here in the United States, victims of the Wizard, who some of them gave up. Some of the victims of the Wizard just gave up, and they actually made deals with the Wizard to accept partial payment. In some cases, like pennies on the dollar in exchange for their silence. Others, I think, are still fighting to get their money back. But listen, I was almost scammed by the Wizard. I know what it's like. It's a very difficult situation, but I knew how to get my money back. So you got to, when you're in a situation like that, you have to, you have to have street smarts as well as book smarts. Successful people know how to get their money. So, but the Wizard, who's in hiding, very much in hiding, and afraid to be seen in the public, he will meet justice. It won't be swift. It hasn't been swift so far, but the day of reckoning is coming. It happened for TPG. It happened for Adam Moore Lynch. And Stefano is next. But watch shipments to the United States down a whopping 47% in the month of October. November will definitely be the same. It'll be 3 big months with drastically shrunk shipments to the United States. And that's okay, because you know what? Who's buying? Who's buying at this point, right? MD Chaz asks, do you think ADs will pay more for used Rolex if shipments are down? That is an interesting point. That's an interesting point. Is there a shortage? Do you guys think that there's a shortage of Rolex right now? Certainly, you've seen prices on the secondary markets kind of stabilize for Rolex. But the question is, if the tariffs go down and watches are flooded into the United States, is that good for the ADs or good for consumers? Or are those watches likely to sit there and not sell anyway? Mathis says, this guy, and I'll put him back on the screen here, from Manchester Watch Hub. He got 5 years for £1 million for stealing £1 million. TPG got 4 years for stealing $5 million. Thank you for the recap, Mathis. That is largely accurate. Ryan Hofre says, we need a comprehensive registry of convicted criminals for authorized dealers and jewelry stores. The Wizard hasn't been charged with anything. So it's the community's responsibility to watch out for the Wizard. Well, I think we went public against the Wizard, and we pretty much blew the whistle on him. We were the whistleblowers. We blew the whistle on the Wizard so he could not continue to scam and defraud people. And I think we pretty much put him out of business. We put the Wizard out of business, but that's not good enough. Where did the watches go? Where's the money? Where's the money, Stefano? Where's the 400,000 that you stole? Yeah. Where did the money go? And the guy should be in jail. The guy should be in jail for his alleged crimes. I think he should spend at least, I think the Wizard should spend at least 3 years in jail. If I were the judge, I would say 3 years in jail. How many years in prison do you think? How many years in prison do you think the Wizard should get? Should I start a poll? All right, let's do a poll. While we're waiting for the unboxing is coming up in 5 minutes. The next person to jump on will probably have a cool unboxing. Let's start a poll. The Wizard should have to spend time in prison. Let's do some choices here. Sorry, I'm just doing this right now. And we've got the poll. The Wizard should have to spend time in prison. And you guys, boom. You guys will determine the Wizard's sentence. Mathis says the Wizard should get 4 years and lifetime restitution. Pretty, I like Judge Mathis. Got Peruka in the chat. What's up, Peruka? Good to see you. By the way, the next big event, the next giant global event is Watches and Wonders, April 2026. I will see you there. I will see Peruka there. Vote in the poll right now. The Wizard should have to spend time in prison. What do you say? 0 jail time, 1 to 2 years, 3 to 4 years, or 5 years or more? Vote in the poll. We need at least 20 votes in the poll in order for you guys are now the jury. The jury is the finder of fact. You guys are now the sentencing board. You will now sentence the wizard to prison. By the way, there's some of the wizard's victims that actually don't want him punished. Believe it or not, it's scary to think, but sometimes, there's these scammers. They prey on, not all of them, but they have an MO. They go after very weak-minded people. They go after people who are likely to be super nice and forgiving to them. And so it's not a surprise when a certain percentage of the victims will actually side with the scammer and say, oh, well, he's sick, so it's okay that he scammed me. He was just paying medical bills. It's okay. It's not okay. I don't think it's okay. So even if those people who are victims don't think that Stefano should get jail time, I say he should get jail time. I'm tougher on him than some of these people are. Vote in the poll now. We need to get to 20 votes. If you were in charge of determining the wizard's sentence, what would it be? 0 jail time, 1 to 2 years, 3 to 4 years, or 5 years or more? Vote now in the poll. The guy has 0 shame. Yeah. These guys, they never have shame until they get caught. Even after the wizard got caught, the guy lied and people were covering up for him. It was shameful. Prison time, says Mathis. That's right. We will get to the results in the poll momentarily. Peruka says, were you in Dubai? Yeah, of course. I was in Dubai for 7 days. But I will see you, Peruka, in Switzerland for Watches and Wonders, April 2026. Brothers in Time, UK, he won't get any years because no one will bring him to justice. That's my fear. That's my fear, brother, is that while this guy is living a life, I mean, he's basically living a life like Saddam Hussein on the run, in a hole somewhere. That's still too much freedom for this guy. He should be behind bars. Stefano should be behind bars. I can see the wizard working in the commissary, making the pasta sauce. Wouldn't that be sweet retribution? Definitely sweet retribution. Got Super Bandit 68 who says, prison for him strongly. Prison for him strongly. Let's see if we have 20 votes in the poll. We only have 14 votes in the poll. Come on, guys. If you're watching this right now, we are determining the Wizards' prison time. Zero jail time, 1 to 2 years, 3 to 4 years, or 5 years or more in prison. You guys will determine the sentence for the Wizard. And now joining the panel, General Counsel of the OC Channel Network, Brody. What's up?
What's up, OC? How's my audio?
Audio was fantastic.
I have new headphones, earbuds.
The new headphones are awesome. It's been a while since Brody's been on.
Been a while.
I think last time was maybe an unboxing, if I recall.
Might have been.
Maybe. Did we do an unboxing?
Can't
Can't remember.
remember.
Too many watches.
It's been a while. I don't. I don't.
We got too many watches going on.
Yeah.
So what do you make of? Did you hear this out
Who
of
is
the
this
UK?
now?
Out of Manchester. This is, remember we reported this. I'll show you actually the thumbnail. I don't know if you remember this, Brody, but from let's see. This was from see this? This is from 2 years ago.
Hey, it looks
November
different now.
2023. Yeah. This guy, Adam Moore Lynch, 28 years old, from Manchester. He was the mastermind of the Manchester Watch Hub Ponzi scheme. He is officially going to prison for 5 years and 1 month after defrauding over 45 victims out of 1.1 million pounds of watches in a consignment Ponzi scheme.
So his deal was the same as he was doing the same shit everybody else was doing.
Yeah.
Signing
Exactly.
watches and
Yeah. The
keeping
market
them.
crashed. He was consigning watches. He misappropriated the funds or whatever. He claims the business was suffering. Meanwhile, he stole the watches and he stole the money.
right.
So let me ask you a question. We have a poll running right now. How much jail time or how much prison time should the Wizard get? You're familiar with the Wizard story.
Yeah.
poll
So
is
how much money is he estimated to have?
The Wizard stole.
Stolen.
The Wizard stole about 450,000 from probably a dozen people in the community.
He's gonna get. I would give him more, but he's gonna get like 3 to 4. I mean,
Yeah.
plus restitution and all of that, but he's probably only going to get 3 to 4. But I don't know. I mean, where is he? Wasn't he in Canada? I don't know. What I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know
the
what
problem, right? I mean, that was the biggest issue for everyone trying to bring him to justice. Is the logistics and the jurisdictional nightmare of having to deal with. Let me ask you a question. Not
Did anybody ever go to? Did anybody in the U.S. ever go to the FBI? Because, it's kind of a small case for them, but you never know.
Yeah.
They you need the U.S. to extradite them. So you can get them here, because it's kind of hard to be a foreigner and
I know, but you would have
relax.
you would have to have him like
Prosecuting in
you'd have
another
to have wouldn't you have to have like a grand jury indictment against him in order for you to seek extradition?
I don't know. Yeah, you would have to have charges. Yes, you would have to have an indictment. That's why it's not going to happen. It's not worth their time to spin that up. Now, the local jurisdictions can do it as well. But if it's 12 people and they're spread out in more than, say, one state, then you get too much geographic dilution, and then each one of those cases becomes less interesting for that jurisdiction to pursue, because it's like one person, right? It's unfortunate.
Let me ask you this, Brody. If someone's a Canadian citizen and they're violating U.S. laws, Like if they're violating Canadian laws outside of Canada, can they be prosecuted for that? Like what if Stefano's defense is that, well, yeah, I committed crimes, but I was outside of Canada when I committed them. I was in the United States.
So usually you can only prosecute crimes that happened inside your jurisdiction, or there are certain like the US can prosecute crimes that are committed against Americans in foreign countries. So for example, terrorist acts. Like if there's a terrorist act in a foreign country that injures Americans, the United States can try to extradite them to America and prosecute them for crimes against Americans.
Right.
But Canada is not going to probably Canada could prosecute Stefano because he committed the crimes in Canada, regardless of who the victims were.
Yeah, but but the victims, there were no Canadian victims. That's like
Right.
This was very well planned by him, right?
Yeah.
Because he stole from U.S. victims.
So the U.S. So even though he was in Canada, the U.S. could spin up an indictment and extradite him to the U.S. and prosecute him for those crimes if they're motivated enough to do it. But they're probably not motivated enough to do it.
We received 20 votes in the poll, and this might surprise you a little bit, Brody. But the results of the poll are in. How much time should the Wizard have to spend in prison? 5 years or more was the winner with 50% of the vote. 50% of the audience said at least 5 years, followed up by 3 to 4 years with 30% of the vote. 1 to 2 years had 10% of the vote. And believe it or not, 10% of the people watching actually said the Wizard should get 0 jail time.
Really? They're trolling. Come on.
No, these are some of these people. They're like, some of them are the victims themselves, Brody. Some of the victims themselves have.
You should get no jail time. Why? I'm curious. If you're in that 20% and you voted no jail time, tell us in the chat.
If you voted no jail time in the chat, jump on the panel. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Let us know why you think Stefano should get 0 jail time. I agree. 5. He should get 5 years for what he did.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get that much, but he yeah. I mean, a lot of it depends on how much money he has left, how much restitution he can make.
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't make any restitution, he'll get more time.
Yeah. But we're way ahead of ourselves. He has yet to be even sussed out.
He's not
charged. Nothing. Yeah,
Canadian
he got away with it.
Do anything, and the U.S. isn't motivated enough to do anything either. So
I know. He was able to slip through the grasp. Remember the dealers? There were certain dealers who covered for him and said, "Listen, we'll put together a plan, and you just send us a spreadsheet of what you owe and who you owe. We'll take care of it. We'll make sure everybody gets paid back."
I was always curious about that. Why would those dealers do that? Like, if you had nothing to do with it, if you weren't involved, why would you go out of your way to try to get involved and fix that situation? And why? I mean, I wouldn't touch that with. If I was a dealer, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Like, why would I get involved with that?
Well, if you're the Superman of the gray market, and you have this delusion that you're the king of the entire gray market on YouTube, and this guy was one of your accomplices, and you wanted to try and create a smokescreen to let him slip through the grasp of the victims, then and at the same time, you also wanted to remove any cloud over the industry because any bad press is bad for them, then I can see why they did it, because they had their fingerprints all over this thing.
Yeah, I don't buy the I mean, I don't buy the last bit of it. Like why? Like if there's bad actors in every industry, and if I was a dealer and there were some bad actors, bad gray market dealers, I would ignore them. I would continue on with my business and ignore. I would, everybody will know who they are. Why would I want to at all get my name involved in that? I just wouldn't do it. I mean, other industries don't do that. Like, right? I mean,
No.
if there's a shady car dealership, other car dealerships don't gather together to fix. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird to me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
They protect their own. They like to self-regulate and self-police.
Oh, please. Yeah,
Got Easy in the chat. Didn't all the victims do a class action? No, I don't think they did. I think they tried to do some coordination, but I wasn't part of that. Keep in mind, I wasn't technically a victim. He attempted to steal from me, but he wasn't successful.
So that's what's super tricky on the civil side. On the civil side, you don't have the right to extradite him to the United States. So you're going to have to go to Canada, get a Canadian lawyer. You're unfamiliar with the procedures. You're going to have to sue him in Canada. Who knows? I don't know what. I'm sure it's expensive. Who knows? I don't know what the remedies are there. I don't. That's a very. Is somebody going to take it on contingency? I don't know if they do contingency in Canada. I assume they do. But they might not take it on contingency because if they think the wizard doesn't really have any money to pay the victims back, they're not going to get paid. So now you're paying your lawyer hourly. It's a bad situation. Unfortunate.
Is law and order really too much to ask? No, it isn't. That's the bare minimum of what we should accept is law and order. We have Chalk Flew Up in the chat. Spent 6 days with Chalk Flew Up in Dubai. Super nice guy, super great guy. Hey, OC, hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, Chalk Flew Up. And by the way, Chalk Flew Up kicked my ass at Royal Stadium Court in Dubai. But it was still a lot of fun.
There.
We did.
Nice.
It was awesome. It was really a lot of fun. MD Chaz says, I voted 5 years, but I do understand U.S. prison could be better than living in Canada. Oh, come on. And you don't get the good ragu in I know.
Prison.
See,
you get ketchup. You get ketchup pasta sauce.
Bruce G reminds us why he was involved. Remember, he vouched for Stefano. Remember, that's why he got involved. He's the one who said the guy was an honest guy. He said, "Oh, remember, you got to have bulletproof underwear in this business, but he's a good guy." And I try. And I. What
does that mean? What does that mean? Bulletproof. I don't know. What does that even mean?
I think that means that you often end up in very tricky situations, and you have to be very resourceful, for lack of a better word. But that's why he got involved. Brody, he vouched for the Wizard, remember? So he wanted to try and he created a smoke screen. He created a smoke screen and let him slip through our fingers.
Why go out of your way to do that? Why?
That's why.
Why vouch? Why?
Because he was knee deep. He was knee deep in it.
Why even single vouch? Just say
he double vouched. Remember?
Just say, look, it looks like he, apparently there's a lot of complaints and he was up to no good. Don't stop doing business with him. I didn't know. I didn't know. I never had a bad deal with him, but I'm not, I mean, we've all had that. We've all had people that maybe treated us well, but didn't treat somebody else really well. And you say, look, that's unfortunate. I had a good experience. I understand you didn't. Thanks for letting me know. I won't recommend them.
Yeah. The Greater Gatsby, who's on the ground in Canada, he's one of our Canadian correspondents. $10 Canadian super chat. I told you a month ago that the Wizard was at a Toronto authorized dealer that I know very well. He's not getting any jail time. No one has even made a complaint with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, let alone built a fraud case against him.
See, I would have
Wow.
flown to Toronto and at least made a complaint. I would have spent a weekend in Toronto. I would have went out there and at least done that if I was a victim. I'm not blaming, don't get me wrong, I'm not victim blaming. If they didn't do
I
it, they
know.
didn't do it. I'm not saying they did anything wrong by not doing it. I'm just saying I would have done that.
Yeah. That was a very difficult time for everybody. But yeah, it's a sad situation. Hopefully everyone's moved past it. But I mean, justice isn't something that letting someone get away with this doesn't age well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not have let that go.
In case you just joined us, breaking news at this hour: the mastermind behind the Manchester Watch Hub scandal, the consignment Ponzi scheme, is heading to prison for 5 years for his crimes. So TPG is in prison. This guy's in prison. And we can all cross our fingers and hope that the next shoe to drop will be the Wizard for his crimes against the watch community. The Great Gatsby again with a comment: Brody, I agree with you. There's no point bothering with a civil case, but if the victims can show that the Wizard took their money knowing that he would not deliver, you could potentially build a fraud case. Do you agree with that? No, he doesn't. He stepped away. By the way, I just got the text message. The unboxing, someone is going to be unboxing an approved brand in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It may be Brody for all I know.
I agree with you, Gatsby. But they could build a fraud case, but somebody's got to fly to Toronto. At least one person has to fly to Toronto and file a complaint.
Yep. The jurisdictional issues have always been the biggest sticking point. Trying to get Canadian authorities to take.
I'll be right back.
To take a complaint from U.S. victims. But I want everybody who was impacted by the Wizard to know that we have your back. We support you 100%. And if there's anything that we can do to help, if we need to, create a posse to go to Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, and bring Stefano to justice, we will do it. Just you say the word. We'll put together the caravan. We will bring him to justice one way or another. Mark my words. But Adam Moore Lynch is facing justice at this hour. Remember, we brought you the story 2 years ago about how he defrauded victims in the Manchester Watch Hub scandal. And by the way, this guy was also linked to some other people. I'm pretty sure people that you've seen on YouTube, like different. The guy's this guy's only 28. His father was in the business, so no doubt that his father had a lot of affiliates, so to speak, accomplices in the industry, right? Ryan Hofer says JJ and I were the only ones that liked the Cork Moser, Brody. He doesn't deserve to be called a mastermind with respect to a run-of-the-mill criminal. Well, okay, maybe not a mastermind. It just sounds dubious that blue Moser that Brody has is one of the nicest Mosers. I'm not a fan of most Mosers, but the one that he has is still good. It's Friday night here on the OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. We're going to do a quick unboxing, and then we'll get out of here. We're going to provide you with a little bit of Friday night entertainment, and then we'll do the unboxing. Boom, and then we're out of here. Simple as that. What is the unboxing, you say? I don't know. I like surprises. I like surprise unboxings. No, it could be, I'll tell you this, it's not going to be some bullshit Super Ocean or, sorry, Brody, didn't realize you were still listening.
I saw one today in the display window.
How many of them were in the display window?
It was just the blue one. So I went to the mall to run an errand. There's an Omega dealer in there. I walked right by. It was in the exterior display window. I walked in to just see what they had, just because I was curious. He said that just at my local Omega dealer all watches, all brands, including the Omegas, were 20% off for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Light Speedies, Aquaterras, whatever you wanted, 20% off.
How come all these watch brands have the same like names? Like so Super Ocean is Breitling, and then the other one is Planet Ocean. You know,
lack of imagination and creativity.
Yeah. Like how many nautical themed names can you come up with? Not very many. Hey, we got Father Artifact, member of the OC channel, in the chat. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to all our American friends. Thank you very much, Father Artifact. We're about to do an unboxing in 5 minutes. Father Artifact, we're about to do a approved brand unboxing. I think it is. I hope it is. Hope it's not some bullshit IWC Aqua Smasher, or whatever the name of that watch is. We want approved brands. By the way, I'm going to go on a little bit of a soapbox here. Brody, close your ears. But remember, at the beginning of this year, I imposed a global watch moratorium. And I told the entire watch community, guys, don't buy any watches without my permission. And I said, listen, guys, if you have to buy watches, if you absolutely unequivocally have to buy a watch, you should only be buying watches from the 4 approved brands, and really only the 2 approved, like only Rolex and Patek. And I have to say that for the most part, the community has listened. I mean, all the smart people in our community for the entire year of 2025, all they did was buy Rolex and Patek, pretty much, with the occasional Speedmaster or whatever. But they all listened. They imposed the global moratorium. It worked, and it worked. We prevented people from making mistake after mistake after mistake. Now, some people are just too dumb to listen, and they probably bought other brands. But maybe the person who's jumping on right now bought an unapproved brand. Maybe he bought an approved brand. I don't know. Maybe he's not the person doing the unboxing. I don't know, but I've been dragging this out for over an hour now, and here we go, jumping on for the first time since his last unboxing, which was epic, maybe a year and a half ago. Please welcome back to the panel on the OC channel, Muhammad Ali.
Hello, OC. Hello, everyone else. Hey, Brody. Hope everyone is well.
Hey, Muhammad.
We are doing well now. Unless you took a flight over to the United States, you're still in the UK, which means it is, my math here, it's like 12:20 in the morning there.
Yep, it's just 20 past 12. Yeah, it's quite late, but I just got back home, and I believe that this watch meets your kind of requirements in terms of authorized brands. I'm hoping it does, because I know we've had some disagreements in the past, certainly around my Nomos purchase, which was
Oh,
last
yeah.
March. And then I know that my last unboxing with you was a turquoise OP, which kind of followed shortly after that, which I think redeemed myself a little bit in your eyes.
Sure, it surely did. I got to say, the UK hasn't done as good a job as the US team in adhering strictly to the rules of the global moratorium, but that OP certainly did a good job redeeming yourselves. By the Father Artifacts in the chat, Dear Artifact, the Great Gatsby's here. So we got a bunch of people who've been very good and vigilant on adhering to the global moratorium and only buying approved brands. You have a pretty amazing collection. You just to refresh everyone's. Now remember, it was a year and a half ago where we did that epic live stream where you were walking on the way to the AD to pick up the Pepsi, and you actually unboxed the Pepsi from the AD. That was like that's like the whole entire community joined together with you in celebration. You had been waiting for the Pepsi for like 39 months or something like that. What was the figure?
I think it was just over 3 years. So yeah, it was pretty much 39 months. I think you pretty much hit it on the head there.
But you have a Pepsi. You do have a Vacheron Overseas still, correct?
I do have the Vacheron Overseas. I have a Vacheron 56 as well.
Vacheron 56.
Vacheron collection.
Holy Trinity brand. So it's like you have class. Like you have good taste. So
I like to think so, yes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I kind of go off the piste, and
yeah, the Nomos. You're
exactly. And
little off. Do you regret buying the Nomos? Yes or no?
No.
You can say
I'd have to say it. I do. I don't wear it as much as I should do.
See,
but
I'm telling you guys. You guys have to listen to me. You have to listen. Okay. When I say don't buy those brands, it's not because I don't like the brands. They may be very good watches, but when you have a Pepsi, when you have a Vacheron Overseas, you have a Vacheron 56?
56, yep, I do.
You have a Rolex Oyster Perpetual with a turquoise dial. You have incredible watches in your collection. You're not going to, and check it out, the Explorer 2, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you have the watches like that, and you're going out for a stroll, or you're going to the mall. Who's going to put on the Nomos? You're just not going to do it. It's not going to get into wrist time. So please, you guys, listen to me very carefully. Unless you're like a mega collector and you buy 17 Speedmasters because you love the Speedmaster or whatever your little particular niche is, please don't buy unapproved brands. It's for your own good. With that being said, I have no idea what you got, so I might be getting myself in a pickle here. Okay. But so you went to the AD today.
I did. Yes, it was yesterday for me now, but yeah, it was today in terms of your time zone. So I got a telephone call on Monday saying that a watch that I'd been waiting for has arrived, and that I could have it this week. So I've been trying to contain my excitement all week. I'm pretty certain this is going to be a brand that you approve of. I can give you a clue if you like, or we can drag this out. I've got a merchandise from the brand here, so that helps.
Well, I know it's late for you. It's Friday night here. It's early Friday night here, but I know it's late for you. So I'm going to be respectful of your time. We can go at whatever pace you want. I'm fine with dragging it out, maybe a little bit, but I also don't want to keep you up too late. But how long have you been?
It's an umbrella from the brand. Yeah, so I think you can guess what it is. So I got an umbrella.
Reach for the crown, guys. We did it. We did it. Another one.
Another one, yeah. So yep, I won't open it today, but because we're indoors, maybe some bad luck. But yeah, it's a Rolex umbrella, so I'll certainly be using it with London weather.
I don't get any shit like this when I get watches. I get nothing, absolutely nothing. If Buckley were on the panel, Buckley, with that little bit of information, would already know what watch it is. But I'm not. I can't remember. I don't know what you.
Yeah.
I know you. I have a good memory of what you have in your collection, but I have no idea what you requested. I can't remember this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so my watches that have been requested. I do like. Obviously, I want to expand my Oyster Perpetual collection, so I'd expressed interest in some of the new dial colors that came out in Watches of Wonders in April. So include things like the lavender, the pistachio, the beige. I do really like the beige one. That's one that I'm that I would really like. I know it's Buckley's favorite color, but I do, that would be one I really would like. I've also put my name down at the same time for the Land Dweller in 36 millimeter. It's impossible, absolutely. Yeah. And expecting maybe, I think the wait for that could be 1, 2, 3 years. I'll keep my hopes up for
especially in the UK. Especially in the UK.
Absolutely.
I think Mohammed got a new AP. Well, not with the. I mean, he could be like doing some kind of deception with the
misdirection. I'll see misdirection.
Could be misdirection because AP is an approved brand if it's the right model.
Okay. It could be. You never know. The umbrella might be from the wrong company. I might have got the umbrella earlier in the week. You never know.
You never know.
How long have you been waiting for this piece? When did you request it?
I think they'll probably give it away, but it was in April. So I think you can guess it's one of the newer models.
So you got one of the right. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was a model.
Yeah.
It was a model or a new dial or a new configuration that probably came out in April because then you're like requested it in April. Question. Let's do the yes or no questions from the chat. MD Chaz asks, is this Rolex precious metals? He's combining two questions into one here. Technically, this should be disqualified. But we'll chop out the word Rolex. Is this new watch precious metal? Yes or no, Muhammad Ali?
It's not.
Not. It's not precious metal. Okay. That means it's not gold or platinum. It could be steel. It could be titanium. I don't consider titanium a precious metal. It could be tantalum. Could be aluminum. Could be plastic.
It could be silver.
Could be silver. It could be ceramic. Isn't a precious metal.
Yeah.
It could be any of those things. Easy E says, I'm at 2AD's list for those two colors. I really desire them. You're talking about the like the beige or the pistachio, those two new colors. There's also the new pink and lavender. I really desire them for personal, special reasons. They're lovely also. Thank you, Easy E. Land Ho. Johnny O says, got the Land Ho. Good guess. It's the Land Dweller, says Pedro. What's up? Does it have, here's a yes or no question from Father Artifact. Does it have a colored dial?
I mean, I would say so. I mean, every color is a color. So it has to have some color. Okay.
Well, how could it not have a colored dial?
Exactly.
Some color, right? Unless it were like a gold color. I mean, it has a dial with a color on it.
Yep, unless it's a skeleton.
If you want to rephrase your question, Father Artifact, make it more specific. Here's a Jack Napier. Does the watch show 2 time zones? This is a tricky one because he's trying to get you to, could either be a dual time, could be a GMT, something like that. Does it have does it show 2 time zones?
No, it doesn't. It just shows one time.
One time.
One time.
Keep track of the answers, guys, because you will be quizzed at the end. You will be quizzed. I think I don't know if it's a Rolex or not. I don't think Mohammed's the kind of guy that would try to deceive us with showing us a Rolex and umbrella and then not having it be a Rolex. He is, by the way, you are a lover of the crown. Would you say that Vacheron's your favorite brand, but Rolex is number 2, or is Rolex your favorite brand?
Good question. I would probably say I do love the overseas and I love wearing and I love the versatility of the watch. But I think overall, the entire collection, I would say Rolex. is
Rolex.
my favorite.
Even a Vacheron, even if someone who owns 2 Vacherons, still doesn't think Vacheron's their favorite brand. What do you have to do to get some love around here? I don't know.
No.
Very specific guess from Father Artifact. You've got the pistachio Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36 millimeter. All right. That's a very specific guess. Thank you very much. Does a Marine Layer, does the dial have the same motif as your AD's wall? That's a very specific question. In other words, I think I know where he's going here. Let's pass on that question for now. Jack Napier, does it have a rotating bezel? Gosh,
it does not.
No. Oh, he answered it.
No bezel.
He answered it. Doesn't have, it does not. We don't even know if it's Rolex though, so we don't know. We don't know. Oh. But if it were Rolex, that means it's not a Submariner and it's not a GMT Master 2. Would you consider a Sky Dweller a rotating bezel? I mean, that's kind of the command bezel, but I don't think that's a rotating bezel.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, it certainly is a command bezel in terms of kind of moving functions, but but not in the same way as you'd use a GMT or a Submariner bezel.
So you put, what was it about the specific piece in April that made you decide that would be a good addition to your collection?
I think, again, without revealing too much, it was kind of a new, fresh design. It was I think kind of people know what it is, but it was something unique and new, and I was like similar to everybody else in the community, and the world was just so impressed with what had Rolex created, and I certainly was very interested in kind of getting that watch at some point. So, and I think with your history, OC, in terms of the heritage of these models, that also kind of paid a part of my decision.
Wow. Earls asks, does the watch have Mercedes hands? Yes or no?
No.
It does not. No Mercedes hands, no Mercedes. But he pretty much gave it away. He said that it is a Rolex. It is a Rolex. So I think you guys can do a pretty good job figuring it out. Muhammad Ali is a real dude. It's a land dweller. Maybe. Pedro Bermudez in the chat. Land dweller. And let's go ahead and answer this question. Marine Lair asks, does the dial have the same motif as your 80s wall?
I think we can answer this now, can't we, OC?
I think we can.
I think it does.
It does.
Looks like it. Definitely
it looks a lot like it. Guys,
I think I had my when I was at the store today, I think it was described, and I don't know if it's been kind of mentioned in the wider group, but it's the kind of motif is like a golf ball. It was a description that was given to me today.
I guess there's a little bit of golf ball there. All right, well, let's do this. Let's see the box. Let's confirm our suspicions. It's a Tudor. Oh,
it's a Tudor with a green box.
Oh, that green looked black to me. I was scared me to death.
No problem at all. So let's.
In the first ever unboxing, we'll be ripping the cardboard off.
Absolutely. So this is obviously the new box. The new box. So it's my second watch with the new box. So my Oyster Perpetual early this year had one.
Nice new green box.
New green box. And then if we have a look here, this is obviously a Rolex box. So do you want me to do the reverse reveal?
Yeah, let's do the standard reverse reveal. If you want to tilt your camera down just a tad, so it doesn't. I don't want the thing to fall out of the box.
Okay.
Let the record reflect that Muhammad Ali is showcasing a $27,000 Rolex wall clock in the background.
Okay, let me just get this done.
And here it is. Here. What?
We did properly.
Oh, it's
oh, he got the land dweller.
He got the land dweller.
Well done, Muhammad Ali.
With the white
I
dial.
thought for sure it was an OP.
Oh, how did he do it? How did he do it, guys?
Well done, Muhammad Ali.
Now, what size is this?
36?
It's the 36.
Nice.
36, the land dweller 36 in steel with the white dial.
And you can
Holy
see
shit. How did he do it? How did he do it? These are extremely, extremely difficult to get, either 36 or 40. I've seen some people with the rose gold ones. For the platinum is like not even, the only person who has a platinum one in the world is Jean-Frédéric Dufour, the CEO of Rolex. Nobody else even has one. The steel is so rare. You can't even find anybody who has this. There's the flat Jubilee bracelet, the fluted bezel. It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, I was very, 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 very impressed, and I was I was literally shocked when I found out this week that I was getting this watch. I didn't think, I thought it would be maybe 1-2 years, and I was prepared to wait for my turn. But my authorized dealer did a fantastic job thinking of me when the first one came into the showroom. So I can't speak more highly of him. But yeah, it was a shock to me that I got it so relatively quickly. Well, so quickly.
I'm in shock. I'm in shock. I don't think we've seen a stainless steel land dweller unboxed on any of the streams. So this is an absolute first in the global watch community. Marine Layer, $2 flamingo blue highlighted comment. Thank you very much. Wow, congrats. And the congratulations are flying through the chat from MD Chaz, from Johnny O, Father Artifact, Ryan Hofrey, everybody. Okay, let's see this puppy on the wrist. Like, wait, by the way, before you put it on the wrist, let the record show again that it's 12:38 in London, and it's the 29th, not the 28th of November there. Mohammed's making an early morning appearance for us to unbox the world's first unboxing of a stainless steel land dweller.
Let's put on the wrist here. Again,
they sized this.
They sized it up, so it's got they took 4 links out.
And you still have just a little bit of play in there. You have a little bit of looseness.
A little bit of looseness. Initially, they'd taken off 5, but it was quite tight and quite smug. But there's a little bit of looseness here.
That's a good size.
Yeah, and I think it's and I love the way the light bounces off the links.
Yeah,
so,
it's. I mean, when Rolex started development of this, like 5 years ago or so, it was during the hype of the integrated steel sports watch craze. They wanted to. I mean, but they also did things like the Dynapulse escapement. This is a 5 hertz movement, 36,000 vibrations per hour. It's got all kinds of new technology. The ceramic pinion. This is a like fully state-of-the-art timepiece that's going to set the stage for the next 2 decades of direction for Rolex in terms of the movement. And then on the design side, it harkens back to the old oyster quartz look of the past, but it's got the beautiful fluted bezel, white gold, fluted bezel and white gold, the flat Jubilee bracelet, which plays with the light in a similar way that the Royal Oak does at a fraction of the price.
Yep, absolutely. And over the moon with it. I see over the moon with it. Again, I'm still in shock that I got kind of called so quickly. And I had a little joke with my authorized dealer today when I walked in. He said, "Have you seen them watch yet in the real world?" I said, "No, I haven't." He said, "One thing, no obligation for you to buy." But there was no way I was going to pass up on this.
He thought you may not want it. He thought you may not want it.
Yeah, there was absolutely no doubt. But the minute I uncovered the watch from the cloth, it was love at first sight. It's so much nicer than I thought it would be.
That's the perfect size for you. I mean, I know there's 2 sizes, and most guys are going to want the 40. I'll be honest, the 36 is perfect for you. And it's also better for another reason. Oh, it has a display case back. It's better for another reason. The movement fits better in the case on the Land Dweller 36. On the 40, the movement is smaller, and it's got like a thicker chapter ring on the outside. So this is a very blingy, very luxurious looking watch. I mean, it's like a new Datejust for the new millennium. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's and I'm chuffed to bits that I got it. So
okay, how did you get it so fast? You're the only person who's unboxed a steel Lando. These were impossible to get. You realize that?
That's why I'm shocked. But I've been a good customer over the years, and I've kept in good contact with my salesperson. I've known him for 15 years. Just being friendly over time, and sometimes things work out.
Have you taken the infrared, the blue light to the dial to see the lume, or you haven't done that yet?
I haven't done that yet, no. But
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It is.
Wait till you do that for the first time.
I'll try that in a minute.
By the way, Aussie Expat is in the chat. He says, I don't think that his AD, and his AD is in one of the biggest in Las Vegas, has sold a stainless steel land dweller yet. So in other words, these are very, very hard to get. And the fact that you have one, our community is the best community. That's just the bottom line. We know how to get watches, whether it's our winning personality or whatever, or our winning wallets. We know what it takes in order to get these. I don't know how to. I would never be able to get this watch.
I'm sure you will. See, you've got great negotiation skills,
very
personality.
Jack Napier says, you're not just a good customer, you're a great human being and well respected in the watch community. Well, thank you very much. I think that also applies to Mohammed. I know that was directed specifically at me, Jack. I know, but in this case, I'm going to also apply it to Mohammed. He is a great human being and is well known as being one of the nicest guys in the watch community.
Listen, everybody in the chat, you can't use pronouns. It's just a layup for OC. He's just going to lay it up.
This is just. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, you got the steel land dweller in the size that fits you perfectly.
Exactly, and and I think this almost certainly was the first one they got. I think they got the 40 as well. I'm sure that went to another fabulous person as well. So
he's over the moon. If you love this watch and you're interested in purchasing it, check out Amsterdam Vintage Watches tomorrow morning, where this will be sold and available in the secondary.
It's going to be on my list for a long time. It's going to be there forever.
Do you know what this is selling for in the secondary market?
I don't, I'm afraid.
It's a lot of money. A lot of money. These are very much in demand, very highly in demand. It looks amazing on you. Just what aspect of the watch do you think is what do you love about it the most?
I like the kind of way it fits the profile. Actually, really, obviously, I like the shiny bracelet and how the links glint as in the light. Very, as people have said, very Royal Oak-esque. Actually, I really like the dial. I like the honeycomb dial, the golf dial. I like the three. You've got the 6 and the 9. I think the date. Maybe in the future if they remove the date, I think it'd be nice. But I like it. I like it.
And how does it feel to wind it? Have you had a chance to wind it, or no? It's already wound.
It was already wound. I'm brimming with happiness. So thank you. It's
very good. And
shock that I got this week. I thought it would be a while, but sometimes you get some nice surprises.
Yeah. Is this your first Rolex with a hidden crown clasp?
It is, yes.
Yeah. So you might. This is that's why you're wearing it a little bit loose, because you want to be able to have room for it to expand just a little bit. Look at how good the bracelet is. They really did a good job with this watch. They really did. Yeah. The engineering behind it and everything. What else can you say? Muhammad Ali unboxes the first steel Rolex Oyster Perpetual Land Dweller 36 millimeter. You just keep rolling the wrist like that. It's not going to get It's not going to get old. They did a great job with the hands too. The hands are very modern interpretation. It's a very modern looking watch. Now, when they if and when they change the dial, they come out with different configurations. It's going to look pretty. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing some of what they do there. But yeah, if you look under the loop, that honeycomb, and in between the honeycomb is little grooves, from the whatever that machine is that makes that dial.
No, it's brilliant. It's I'm lost for words.
And the price in pounds for this watch is how much?
It was 12,250.
What a fucking bargain! Yeah, absolute bargain. Yeah, it's a steal.
It's steel.
It's a steal in steel.
Exactly.
I think the white dial just pops. I mean, there are very few great white dials left in the Rolex collection. People point to the Explorer 2 as the kind of quintessential. Look at there you go. Yeah, the white dial in the. Look how much bigger and chunkier that watch is.
Oh wow! Look at the difference. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they're very different types of watches. I think the Explorer 2 can be bigger and chunkier, but I think the Land Dweller kind of fits better. I think on a smaller size, a bit like a Datejust or a.
There's only one person. Actually, there are only two people that have been photographed in public wearing the steel Land Dweller, and that is Roger Federer and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wow.
The third person now in that acclaimed group is now Muhammad Ali. Can't make this shit up.
No, you can't.
So listen, even though we have 47 people watching, we're not going to drag this out any further. That's the show. That's the show. We'll do. Congratulations to Muhammad Ali. If you want to jump on for a VIP after show, Muhammad will stay on.
I will do.
For 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. VIP after show. I'll drop the link in the chat. Boom. Skip Intro is here. Skip Intro, member for 6 months of the Original OC channel. Congratulations on another great watch, Muhammad. You have a great collection. Yes, you do. And it's only been made better by the addition of 2 crowns over the last year. The Oyster Perpetual and now the Land Dweller. Guys, reach for the crown.
Reach for the crown, yeah.
Even Muhammad will admit he made a mistake buying the Nomos. It's not going to get any wrist time. Don't buy Nomos. Don't buy Oris. Don't buy Norquan. These are all waste of time. Don't buy Super Oceans or Planet Oceans or Ultra Oceans or Deep Oceans or any of those ocean watches. You're not going to be able to wear them over time. Because if you have Rolex in your collection, just stick with Rolex. Rolex is the best. Tom Cruise has the steel. See, Tom Cruise, Roger Federer, and now Muhammad Ali, the 3 who have the steel Land Dweller. And with that, I want to thank Brody for jumping on. I want to thank Muhammad Ali for the unboxing.
Thank you very much.
If you're watching on the replay, give the show a thumbs up, and we will catch you the next time. We are out of here. Jump on the VIP after show. And
thank you, guys.
And just to let me see here. To play us out, let's do this. Ready? Reach for the crown, guys. Congratulations, Muhammad Ali.
Thank you very much.
Reach. Let's see the wrist shot again. The Land Dweller. Wow. Woo! You did it. First unboxing of the steel Land Dweller. Muhammad Ali, congratulations. Jump on the after show.